The diversity and evolution of butterflies. We decided to do our digital story presentation on the taxon butterflies. This is because on our visit to the Oxford Museum we got to look at specimen drawers with various butterfly species, and it was something everyone in our group enjoyed and remembered specifically about the trip. Butterflies fall under the clade Rapalacera and the order Lepidoptera. That clade splits off into three different superfamilies: Papilionoidea, Hesperioidea, and Hedilioidea. However, it is debated as to whether the last two families are a part of the phylogenetic tree, and therefore some people do not include them, putting the smaller families that would branch off these superfamilies under Papilionoidea instead. It is believed that butterflies originated anywhere between 119 million and 98.3 million years ago in the Cretaceous period, which dates from around 144 to 65 million years ago. However, many of the diverse butterfly lineages that we have today are thought to have originated from after the Cretaceous-Paleogene mass extinction event that took place 65 million years ago. That was the likely cause of the extinction of many butterfly lineages. This event was one of the largest mass extinctions in the past 500 million years and coincided with an asteroid impact in Chicxulub, Mexico, which was concluded to have caused said mass extinction event. The Baryonia brevicornis is the oldest lineage of all living butterflies, dating from around 100 million years ago. It is a sister family to all swallowtail butterflies, which exist as a family Papilionidae on the phylogenetic tree. It is argued to have even potentially survived the Cretaceous-Paleogene mass extinction. The Baryonia brevicornis is thought to have diverged between 55 and 75 million years ago from its lineage and remained relatively unchanged for the next 80 to 90 million years. Butterflies are also theorized to have evolved alongside angiosperms, which are flowering plants that became dominant in many ecosystems in the early Cretaceous period. This increase in the populations of angiosperms further enabled diversity of many organisms, including butterflies. A specific evolution that may have occurred due to this is the development of proboscides in adult butterflies. These tube-like features allowed for easier extraction and access to nectar. This evolution may have also had benefits for the angiosperms, allowing their nectar to be spread to new places and increasing their population, which in turn would also benefit the butterfly population. However, hypotheses relating to this relationship have not been widely tested.
Over a period of time, butterflies have endured many evolutionary pressures, like temperature shock due to climate change and chemical changes in the environment. This affects their evolution throughout time, as well as this has also caused butterflies' wing shape change due to the natural selection, as well as the pressures of adapting to the ever-growing climate change. Butterfly wing colours have evolved over time due to the pressures of predators, causing them to adapt to the environment and deter them from becoming prey due to the toxicity when consumed by prey. This was a great evolutionary benefit that has aided in their survival.
The evolution of butterflies. The reason for the evolution of butterflies is very closely linked to the evolution of flowering plants. Roughly 100 million years ago, all moths were nocturnal, until some began to fly in the day, feeding on the flowering plants. This divergence from the standard behavior of moths introduced the evolution of butterflies into our world. Butterflies are a part of the order Lepidoptera, and their most common ancestor alongside moths was most likely a small late Carboniferous species. Their main function is to pollinate plants to allow them to reproduce, therefore they share a common role with other organisms that also pollinate, such as bees. Butterflies have had several adaptations to help them carry out their functions. They have developed a mouthpart called the proboscis, which allows them to feed on a variety of fluids such as sap and nectar. Within the proboscis, they also have developed an enlarged chemosensilla within the drinking region that creates a tip that significantly enhances the ability to pollinate flowering plants.
The diversity of butterflies and what makes them so unique. The colour pattern of butterflies are extremely diverse, and almost all of the 14,000 or so species can be identified on the basis of their colour pattern alone. A unique feature of the butterfly is that the colour pattern is very different on the dorsal side compared to its ventral side. The National University of Singapore has studied the squinting bush brown butterfly, Bicyclus aninana, and they have discovered that the gene so-called Apterus A is responsible for the colour pattern and function on the dorsal side of the butterfly. The dorsal side tends to be very colourful and is used to attract potential mates, thermoregulation, as well as act as predator deterrence. In comparison, when the butterfly is at rest, the ventral side is visible to its surroundings, so this specific pattern typically allows the butterfly to camouflage and protect itself from potential predators. The gene Apterus A, that is only expressed on the dorsal side of the butterfly and is responsible for the colour pattern, also inhibits the creation of eye spot patterns. However, this gene is removed. When this gene is removed, this results in the development of eye spots on the dorsal side, an equal number of spots on the ventral side.
Saturnae butterflies are a subfamily belonging to Nymphalidae and present incredible wing pattern diversification that isn't portrayed in the common butterfly. For example, possessing asymmetric designs on their wings, leading to very unique patterns which they can use for intra- and interspecific signaling. Furthermore, the border ocelli on the ventral side of the butterfly wings can differ in size, distribution, and position, which further emphasizes their diversity. Some species of Saturnae will have different morphological color patterns depending on their gender, while others will share the same pattern. This occurrence is known as sexual dimorphism.
The structural colour of butterflies are some of the most vivid and varied in nature. They're continually evolving their physical appearance to adapt to their environment. There is lots of evidence to prove that butterflies have diversified due to multiple abiotic and biotic factors, as well as in response to dispersal following key geographical events. Mutual interactions between flora and fauna might be responsible for producing diversity of both groups, as there are lots of evidence that suggests that coevolution with plants has been very important in the diversification of butterflies.
In conclusion, butterflies are a vastly diverse taxon that have gone through several different adaptations to aid their survival and enhance their ability to carry out their functions. There are several families of butterfly that have each inherited their own traits and colour patterns to ensure their existence. Their diversity is closely linked to their evolution, which has been ongoing for over 100 million years. They have evolved closely alongside other taxa, co-evolving with flowering plants and evolving from and with other insects, specifically moths. The wide range of features that butterflies possess is genuinely breathtaking, and it leads us to wonder what the future for this taxa holds.